Alright, so first things first, I apologize for my voice and for wearing PJs. I'm sick, but I needed to go ahead and crank this review out before Biker Barbie needs her gun back. So anyways, what we have here is the XDm, what I'm going to call the compact version. It's the 3.8 inch barrel, 9mm, and really I think this is a good gun for concealed carry and maybe open carry. A few of the features that we looked at on it that helped her decide on this gun, particularly for her, she's primarily going to be open carrying on a motorcycle, so really we wanted the most gun she could possibly carry and still handle. So we're looking at things like, does her hand fit the gun well? Is the gun too heavy? Is it pulling down her belt? We're not really concerned with concealability here, but luckily the XD actually ended up kind of crossing over into that area kind of between a full size and a compact. So for somebody like me, I carry a Glock 19, this would be no problem for me to carry concealed. The width is not anything too extreme. It's relatively smooth on the sides. One of the nice features we see here is that the magazine release is ambidextrous. This was really key for her because she's not actually able to reach the regular right-handed magazine detent, so she'll actually pull her finger back and press the mag release with her trigger finger. The mag is one of the cool things about this gun. So what you see is two mags it comes with. The first is going to be your flush mount magazine. Now unfortunately they made the same mistake that I think Smith & Wesson made on their compact series, which was they made the grip too short. My main concern in concealing a gun is going to be the thickness of the gun. The shorter barrel, yeah, it helps a little bit, and that's why I believe they went with a 3.8 instead of a full 4-inch barrel. But grip is the number one thing I need when I'm shooting. And what they've done here on this gun, I've got probably, I don't know, I'd say large size hands. Most of the time I'm ordering gloves, I get a large or an XL. Sometimes for a really tight fit, I can fit a medium, so it just depends. But I can barely get my pinky on the gun here. Now, a lot of people will argue that in shooting, you don't need that pinky, and maybe you don't after tons and tons and tons and tons of experience, but most of us aren't competition shooters, and we really do need to get that pinky on the gun. The nice thing, though, is that even with this small mag, they still managed to squeeze 13 rounds in, which is perfectly adequate. Not as good as the Glock's 15, but acceptable. The other thing they do, though, and this is what I think is genius, is they provide you with this second mag. It's really a full-size mag. This one holds 19, I believe, 19 rounds, but you see here they've actually included a hand grip. So what happens is, it mounts flushly with the grip of the gun. Now I've got room for, you know, a 6th finger on my hand. I can really get a good purchase on the gun. I've really increased my mag capacity. I don't know if I mentioned it before or not, that slide stop is not ambidextrous. It is right hand only. Takedown is really simple. It's the same thing you'll see on most of these guns. Just basically pulling the gun to the rear, locking it, flipping the slide up, and then releasing it. You do not need to pull the trigger on this one if you're one of those safety sallies who's worried about that. I will say the cocking serrations on this are adequate. I'm really not a big fan of the front serrations. It doesn't hurt the gun for me, but a lot of people love that tactical thing of grabbing the gun from up front and looking at the chamber this way. I think you're just building poor muscle memory you're not normally going to use. I'm always going to come over and power stroke it, even if I'm looking to see that the gun is empty, which of course this one is. Good safety check beforehand. A few of the things I like too, they brought the sights to the rear on this, really trying to maximize that sight radius. You'll also know, I would have liked them to bring the front sight a little farther forward, or to just thin that up, but that's likely so you can insert night sights later. It does not come with night sights. However, the sights they do give you, and I hope this is coming through, especially in some of the sunlight here, they're serrated on the back of the rear and the front sight. That's awesome. Very nice touch there. Another thing that Barbie liked about the gun was the striker indicator. So we can see here that it's in the cocked position. I know that it's cocked. There also is a loaded chamber indicator on the top. It's pretty weak. I won't say it makes a huge bit of difference, and the way I'll demonstrate that is actually I'm going to take this snap cap here, put it around in the chamber. So you'll see right now that's basically flush. It's flat on top, and when I charge it, barely visible. You can see that it's changed a little bit. It is tactile, still barely tactile. Pretty much pointless. I'm not really a big fan of loaded chamber indicators anyways. I don't feel the gun needs it. The other thing it does have is the 1911 style grip safety. It's great because it's just that extra added level of safety. It makes her feel comfortable. I don't feel like it's really necessary. Glock does fine with their trigger style safety, which this has as well. That's good. You got your front end mil-spec Picatinny rail. I just mean the M1913 size, nothing about it specifically mil-spec. And the trigger's okay on it. I had a few gripes. This is the XDM, so one of the things you're getting is the match grade barrel and the match grade trigger. But let's just feel this again and think through it here. So I have a little bit of creep, nothing wrong with that. Glock's got the same thing. Pretty crisp, a little bit of creep before it lets off. I'm having to come a little bit further out than I'd really like to. And then once it has reset, I've actually got more creep. I'm not at the firing point again. So again, firing point's right back here. And you see that over travel there. I don't particularly like the over travel. Then when I let the trigger back forward, go, there's my reset, but I still can take up all this slack from where the reset was. So it is a nice trigger. It's very light. It's not terrible, but I wish they would have taken some of that extra travel out of it. I really don't like that. Now I'm going to get that snap cap on out of here. The thing I failed to mention earlier was the dual recoil spring. Again, a feature you see in Glocks and a lot of common guns now. It's the 2 integral springs. It's going to try to reduce some of that recoil for you, muzzle flip, etc., etc. And it's not going to be terrible on a 9mm, especially not one of this size anyways. She did like the two-tone finish. It's nice. It's something different. Grip is adequate. It's nothing all that special. What I will say Springfield does very well is what I call the value offering. So with this, you're actually getting a pretty legit case. I'm surprised. The thing is not flimsy or weak or crappy. And what you actually see if you look close, there's a rubber gasket back in here. So this case looks like it's likely, truly, legitimately waterproof. To what depth, I don't know. Why would you care? It's just a nice feature they added. So of course, like all modern guns, you have the interchangeable back straps, 3 sizes. It comes with the medium on there for you. And the nice thing, I'm sorry, I was pointing at the mag. The nice thing is the back straps actually come with magazine covers. So when you do have this extended mag cover, if you decide to change the size of your back strap, you're not going to have this awkward gap in your magazine. They give you a mag loader, nothing special. They're super excited about their Picatinny rails. So they've got Picatinny rails on this, they've got them on the sides of the box, all these places you don't need them. One nice upgrade I will say they did over previous Springfield offerings, like the 1911 I have, is the holster, which again, not super nice. This time it's a paddle hold, instead of what unfortunately you see they still do on their pouches, is the, I call it like the belt loop. You have to take your belt entirely off if you want to get this on or off. Again, we see this Picatinny rails here. I think they're totally unnecessary. Typical lock that no one's ever going to use, a few cleaning supplies, and they do give you a chamber flag, which is kind of nice. Not all companies do that. I don't really use them, but especially if you're going to IDPA or something, sometimes that's kind of nice to have. It gives the range officers that much more. So I think that's most of the features of the XDM. Comes in at a really good price point. Of course, you are going to want a spring for that extra $100 for night sights, but it shoots well, no different than the other pistols. Good value offering, kind of creative platform here where you can get all the capacity in the full-size grip if you want it, or if you want to change out and try to go concealed, you can do that as well. So, other thing that's key for us since we ride motorcycles a lot, the size of this trigger guard is quite large, so it's no problem to fit a gloved hand in here and get on that trigger. That's pretty much all I got. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3. Oh!